Eric.
Let's get on Eric Mason. We gotta start from the beginning now. So y'all know, actually it was Super Bowl weekend. I was here in Atlanta, but I learned last minute through the Spirit about a woke church conference that they were having in Dallas. And I gave the orders to Officer Assad, who was overseeing the camp, that weekend in my stead. I said, look, man, you go out there in front of that church and hold camp and call them pastors out. He was familiar with Eric Mason already. I was vaguely familiar, but I didn't remember him by face or name. But I remember his back and forth with James White and how absolutely racist I thought James White's response to him was. How totally insensitively racist James White's response was. I was literally appalled listening to that Alpha and Omega show live when James White was responding to Dr. James White was responding to Dr. Eric Mason. But anyway,
they held camp outside the church.
Yeah, so yeah, they held camp outside the church. Y'all seen the video. Eric Mason runs from Hebrew Israelites. So go ahead and talk about it. We've done some videos on it since then, but we could just
a quick run through.
A brief synopsis. Go ahead.
So like the brother said, real quick, the way I'm familiar with Eric Mason is he had did a video with Adam. What's his name? Coleman.
I think so. Yeah.
One of them Shield Squad individuals. So apparently debunking Deuteronomy 20th chapter, and so I saw that. It got some views, so that's how I was familiar with him. So when Alazar brought him to my attention, I remember I looked at the flyer, and I noticed he was there. And this is the craziest part, family. In the back of my mind, as soon as I got there, I was hoping. I really hope. Like, what if he comes out? Like, I want to talk to him. I don't want
to just talk to no random. I want to talk to the big dude.
Yeah, and that's why when he came up, that's why when he came up, and I said to him, "Oh, you're the head honcho. You're the dude on the flyer." He said, "Oh, yeah, I'm not the head honcho. I'm a servant."
He said, "I'm a servant." Well, the greatest among you shall be a servant, right. Asshole.
Right, but
So what you said was you're the greatest. Well, go ahead.
But I didn't even. I don't even need to go through what we said. Y'all seen the video. If you haven't, go watch footage, it. Yeah. It speaks for itself. Let's see. Afterwards. What happened? He made a slander. He blasphemed us. Okay,
that's right.
He blasphemed us by making all kinds of not threats. He later made some threats, but at the time he just lied. And for example, a lie. He said that I cursed him out. Mind you, we have this whole thing on video. He coincidentally posted a 30-second clip.
With no curse words, we said.
Not only were there no curse words, but then when we posted our video, the video, the whole only video, unedited video, our dialogue between him and I, the only thing that could be perceived as a curse word is when I said "damn."
And that was after he left, though. You said "damn" too, for the record, right?
No, I said "damn."
You said "damn" while he was up there.
He said, I can't remember what he said, but I said talking to you, I was like talking to a damn wall because y'all don't answer the question. Okay. He said, "Oh." Why are you getting tight, bruh? And then I said, I'm not even talking to you, right? The other guy.
You're under. And look, he shut up too. He knew his place. He shut right up.
But then we made some response videos back to him. Couple of response videos.
Then he talked about them doggone Sicaries.
Then Powerful Sergeant up in Seattle, Yatab, made some videos in response to his response, right? Did great numbers, all praise to the Most High, and then let's just flash forward go forward. Salakia, my mind is tripping right now. But fast forward to about a week and a half ago, I, for whatever reason, checked Eric Mason's Twitter. I'm like, what's this dude up to? I wonder if because he keeps talking about Hebrew Israelites.
No, remember, he had just did the Engaging Hebrew Israelites lecture. So this is why you're checking it. This is how he's fresh in your mind anyway. That video had just dropped.
And so, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what happened. I checked his. He posted that as an Epiphany Fellowship church thing on YouTube. I just happened to scroll by and find it. And so I checked his Twitter, and I noticed he's going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. So I immediately told Alazar, I want to say it's probably 2 days before
Yeah, 2 days before. And then remember, we responded to that lecture on Tuesday for class, right? And we didn't mention nothing about it because we didn't want to front our move, and we just wanted to pop up on Thursday unbeknownst to see if he was going to man up or not. You know, so we knew about it Tuesday while we're doing this live, rebutting his engaging Hebrew Israelites lecture. We was already privy.
Right. Where's the Greek Matthew? Where's Waldo?
Hashtag where's the Greek Matthew? Hashtag
looking for Mason.
Hashtag look for Mason. Shout out Divine Prospect, and then also hashtag set it off.
Set it off. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I gotta bring that up. That wouldn't be a threatening innuendo, would it be?
I hope not.
But anyway, he in response to us going into a Christian church, because he said these people are gonna go and invade your Christian churches, which I can't confirm for 100% fact, but I have a strong inclination that what he's saying is based off a video that me and some of the brothers in Dallas infiltrated a Christian church, and because he mentioned how specific he got, a Wednesday night Bible study. I invaded a Christian church during a Wednesday night Bible study. How that's a pretty nice coincidence, right? So if it's not, that's okay. That's just a coincidence, whatever. But I think it is personally. But in response to us doing that, mind you, we have Bibles in our bags, not weapons.
Firearms.
He says in response to that you need to have armed security. And I'm going to quote you, Eric Mason, Waldo. You said...
Turn the other cheek, no.
Turn the other cheek, no, right? And then you also said you don't have an old man out there with a walkie-talkie who can call 911. No, you need someone who is out there that can set it off. Right?
Someone who's got a set-it-off weapon.
A set-off. Now, speaking of guys setting it off, right? Didn't you have? I want you to produce some facts and the evidence of 4 Navy SEALs beating up 18 Hebrew Israelites,
and putting them in the hospital. Not just beating them up; they were hospitalized.
You're such a liar, Eric. You're such a liar. But listen, man. In all seriousness, my beloved brother Eric Mason, if you're listening. I think us as black men should find it in our hearts to come together and have an intelligent dialogue to show our people and to show the community, the world, that we can come together and have an intellectual dialogue as black men without any yelling, without any slandering or lying or things of that nature, and we'll let the viewing audience determine who wins. But instead, what you're choosing to do, brother, is make lies, slander, and run. That's not what the Bible says, brother. 1 Peter 3:15, sanctify the Lord God in your hearts, be always ready to give an answer. And that's the Greek word, apologia. We always hear it, right? So why don't you practice what you preach, King, right? And we can have a very constructive dialogue, brother. And it won't be anything disrespectful about it. We can just talk about the Bible. And that's all it's got to be. We've already done it. I've already illustrated that I can have a discussion with you about the Bible and it not go anywhere south. So, let's just do it, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because all this running and you making a video and stuff like that, and those doggone Sicaries set it off. Why don't we just talk about it, man?
Those grimy cats.
Right, they're grimy.
We're grimy. Yeah, I mean it's really ridiculous. So we went out there at 12:30. The conference started at 1 p.m. We was out there at 12:35. How do I know? We have videotape. So the first video starts at 12:35. Of course, videotapes are timestamped on the cell phone. So in the spirit, I look, boom, 12:35 p.m. 25 minutes before the conference. He spoke at 2, 4, and 4:40. Right or wrong, Officer Asad?
Yes.
According to the schedule, he spoke at 2, 4, and 4:40. So we was out there an hour and a half before he spoke, right? We told people who were going into the conference, let Eric Mason know. Let Eric Mason know. I'm sure it started to buzz in that room. Oh, the Hebrew Israelites are outside, right? So they said, okay, maybe he's going to holler at us after his speech, right? Because he's speaking at 2, and then he speaks again at 4, right? So maybe he'll come holler at us after. After 4 came and he wasn't out there, that's when we went for our lunch break. We said, okay, he's speaking at 4 and 4:40. So I know he's not going to come out now, right? What happened?
We waited.
So we went across the street to Hooters at 8. Boom, and I was called on the comment board. A Christian called me a thug for eating at Hooters. And if eating at Hooters makes you a thug, it's a lot of people who are thugs in the earth. But anyway, so boom, we go across, then we eat. So that was no more than an hour. We was right back on the streets going in. So we spoke at 4 and 4:40. We was out there till 10:30. Before the sun went down, so I want to say it was probably like around 7:30, I believe the timestamp. About 7:30, because I had notified Divine Prospect about the conference and that we was out there. So he popped up and then he went inside. He actually went inside of the conference, right? He got some engaging done in there, you know what I mean? So we was on the outside, the brother Divine was on the inside. So he informed us, okay, Eric Mason had already left. He was gone. So we was out there for 7 hours and he couldn't show up and he just left, right? Cool. That just shows you his integrity at that point. We was out there looking for him. He's on the internet calling us grimy, calling us those doggone Sicaries, all this stuff, making a whole lecture, 2.5 hour lecture on how to engage us, but he can't bring himself out there and engage. I'm going to be honest with you. It is appalling that it's 2019, right? And we have a black man in Eric Mason who is a theologian, who is a doctor, right? Who has received a doctor's degree, right? And he can't come and engage his own brothers culturally. I'm not even talking about in Christ now because we have a whole different understanding of what that is. But culturally, he can't come engage his own brothers that he could get on the internet and talk about all day. But we have Vocab Malone, a white man, who I'm walking in a Walmart in the hood, East Point, Atlanta, right? I see Vocab Malone, Walmart in the hood, kicking it, and me and him could chop it up for an hour. Lose track of time, right? He can agree to engage with us. He goes out of his way to engage Hebrew Israelites all the time. While he was in Atlanta, went out of his way to engage with Divine Prospect to the point where he gave him 30 minutes before he went through security to get on his flight. A white boy can do this, right? But a black man can't. His own brothers. That is ludicrous, but that also substantiates the wind of the curses that are aforementioned in this Bible starting in Deuteronomy 28th chapter. That clearly is a demonstration of that. He can't come and holler at the white boy. Again, I seen him, Walmart, in the hood. He's like, Alizar, Vocab I'm talking about. Oh, damn, Vocab, what's up? What the hell are you doing? Nigga in East Point. That was my first day in Atlanta as a resident, right? But Eric Mason, our own brother, that's insane to me, man. And it's appalling, man. And Eric, you gotta check yourself as a black man. Seriously. You have to check yourself. And I'm not even saying this like everything aside, man. All this other stuff aside, you know, I know, you know, you're a part of the woke church, and we can criticize the woke church all we want, right? But I understand that you have taken an initiative to have a gospel message that affirms the value, the importance of cultural identity, etc., of black people. I can say that for sure, right? So you have a care and an acknowledgement for certain of the same aspects that we do, right? And of course, of scripture and things of that nature. So, bro, you can't, as a self-respecting brother, honestly think that this behavior is becoming, bro. Now, if we make an ass of ourselves and we act out of pocket, that don't do nothing but make you look better. If you at least come and try us out. But you ran last time and you try to blame it on a flight. If you was just leaving because you had a flight, and I said this before and I say it again, you could have said, listen, brother, it was good dialoguing with you. I have to take a flight. I'll get up with y'all some other time. But you didn't do it. That's why we said you ran. Because you didn't make that statement. You just, in mid-sentence, in the middle of this brother speaking, you just walked away.
No, you said, gotta go.
Just, gotta go, walked away. You know what I'm saying? You out. With absolutely no respect for your fellow brother. Is that Christ-like? Right? So, we have that going on. You really got to check yourself, bro, because we don't care nothing. We got brothers who used to be in your church that's in our camp right now. All praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh out of that madness.
That's right.
Right, but we have no problem dialoguing respectfully from you. Number one, Vocab Malone said he and I had the most respectful debate ever. So you can't sit there and act like we're just these disrespectful monsters, these doggone Sicaries that you're trying to make us out to be. You know what I'm saying? We could easily have a respectful debate, but if you give us that opportunity and we act the ass, then that don't do nothing but reflect positively on you and negatively on us, but you won't even give us that opportunity. I watched Vocab Malone go into a chat room with 10 Old Testament only non-Messianic Hebrew Israelites by himself. Yeah. It's crazy to me that he can do that, but you can't. But go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that's just the crazy part about it is, you know, you as a brother, you couldn't even come and have a. I mean, I wasn't even expecting you. We was out there for hours, but you couldn't even come out there for 20 minutes, 10 minutes to even have a dialogue with us. That's just insane.
I'd accepted 10, 15 minutes, bro. Because it was other Christians. After the conference was over, we had brothers come out there and deal with us for 2.5 hours. Brothers who look to you for guidance.
God, you know, and you know, also Eric too, and this, you know, in all seriousness, this isn't to glorify myself or anything at all, but because the breakdown didn't come from me, it comes from the Most High. But Eric, why did you do that, Eric? I want to.
Yeah, why did you do that? Matthew 5:17 and link it to Acts 3:18 when you disputed that when he brought it out, and then you taught that in front of your whole congregation, like this dude didn't just bust your head with that, and you disagreed with it.
Yeah, you read it, Eric Mason. You read Acts 3:18 as an explanation for Matthew 5:17, and as soon as you read Acts 3:18, you said, "See, simple." Those are the exact words that came out of your mouth, dude. It's simple, but it wasn't so simple when I brought it out. Now when I said, you told me, oh, you're just reading a little part of the text. You're just isolating. You're cherry picking. And then I showed you in Luke 4:18 where Christ, he just read a few verses. You don't have to read the entire book, as you stated. You have to read the entire book. That's what you said. How crazy and ludicrous does that sound?
Yeah, you only got to do that when you don't like what's coming out.
Yeah, exactly. Then when your minions, I said the Messiah didn't do that. And she said, you're not the Messiah. I can't stand that. How, sister?
Problematic argument.
Yeah, that is insane. You sound insane when you say something like that. You're not the Messiah.
That's false argumentation. Every day of the week.